Where did Fred go? Where did he go? Was it Perth? No.
Oh, in Australia.
Adelaide. Did you see the funky things they have in Adelaide?
No.
They have this. No, it's like
I wanted to go to his presentation, but I got poo-pooed.
Oh. Huh? They didn't let you go?
Yeah. No.
So
when he came back, I heard it through Al's blog that he had a slideshow and presentation about
Yeah, I saw.
presentation.
And they wouldn't let you go? They told you no?
No, I asked.
Who wouldn't let you go?
Now, see, this amazes me. It's like, how can you not? It's like, okay, in what form of the word do we not own you? It's like it's like who pays your salaries? Who owns you?
Yeah.
I mean, dude,
I've said that
you have
many
no
times
private
to people.
funding at all. You know, like
You get mad at me.
You have no revenue that doesn't come from the people. You have no
Right.
funding source that doesn't come from the people ultimately. So
It's like
how
we
do you
own
not
you in more ways than just like stock owners do. We own
Right.
the entity. But that's standard course.
But in Adelaide, they have these things. It's cool. It's like they have these bus, kind of like a BRT kind of deal. But it's like it's basically I don't know how to describe it. It's kind of like
two things where the wheels go.
Well, there's two things. Yeah, there's two concrete like tracks for the wheels.
Yeah,
and a little barrier. But basically, they just drive in and it kind of locks them into this track.
I saw a video of it. I was blown away because I didn't know that something was
but it's still diesel though.
Yeah, and it's like what 20 miles or 30 miles of stuff or something. It's like
I don't remember. It's pretty big though.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's see if I can find
Has he
it.
left yet? Is he
Yeah, he's right here.
He
I
needs to
love
quit
the
swiping.
arrows. The arrows.
Yeah, they are. The bus is going not on the route.
Mom is getting on another car. Well, if his mom died.
Maybe I got intrigued by something on the side of the road.
I've been watching it a little bit, and it's been wrong a couple times.
Where you could have rated a bus stop as a priority, you don't give a shit, obviously. And I'm like, I don't care. I just want to get on a vehicle.
Yeah.
I don't even care if the light rail has a stop. I can step up a whopping, 6 inches or 12 inches or whatever it is from the ground, you know? But, I mean, I'm used to that because when I've rode transit in other places, there's tons of cities that don't have stops.
So here's a typical stop in Muni.
Oh, yeah.
On Muni.
But
Nice.
see, they'll
You gotta walk in between the cars to get on.
Yeah.
I like the.
Isn't that a traffic lane there too?
That was
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
both traffic lanes.
See, I
Because you can see the car.
yeah.
Yep. No, and that's one of the things I loved when I went to San Francisco. I was just like, oh my god, they just stop and let you
They
walk.
just stop.
That's
It's
so
painted
beautiful.
on the telephone pole that they stop there. It's just this
Yeah.
yellow band. That's
Car
all
stop.
you know. Right.
Car stop.
What I'm going to Union is, and I didn't know that it was like that.
A coach stop.
There's a bus stop.
Nice.
No, it's a coach stop.
There's no sign
Oh, well, sorry.
at this stop.
I know, I'm doing.
But the 12 and the Inn Owl stop there.
Oh, okay, yeah.
They just paint it on the ground.
Works for me. It's like, see, that is acceptable to me. I want to know
It's like November
where I
12th.
need to stand so I can get on. Yeah. What's
Like,
everybody
do that.
think of TriMet's new redesign?
Well, I told you what I think of it.
What? You have to F5.
I think it's okay, but I think I think that they have other things they could
It's
have
the
been
same
doing with
freaking
it.
ticket.
Well, I didn't even see the new ones like this.
This is what
That
you
is
get at the
funny,
grocery
though.
store.
Yeah, I think it looks kind of slick, but at least on some of the other pages. But
I will say one good thing. I did click through the whole thing they have on there. They actually now say on their website if there are 2 or more days of inclement weather, they don't actually call it frequent plus service, but it
Well, they don't have
actually.
frequent plus service anymore anyway.
But exactly.
The 72 is the only one that still has
Yes.
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
old definition.
72. They didn't even mess with the schedule.
even though
Because
it's got a green
covers
line.
its cost almost entirely.
Yeah, but even though it's got the green line.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, yeah.
But like
but
there's
they-
other routes too that almost do, but they cut those, and I don't get that.
Hawthorne is the only other one that's close because they cut it on the weekend.
Mhm.
The weekend
Oh,
it's
okay.
over the limit.
Yeah.
We get 17 minutes now instead of 15.
Me personally, I don't read Eric's posts anymore because I'm so tired of Eric. I don't read your posts anymore because I'm just tired of hearing the same thing. And I don't know who I find more annoying, like Jim Carlock and those guys, or Eric, who because they both have the same argument every day, day in and day out, and they're
Well, actually,
tireless.
You like them very much because you know what they're gonna say.
I take that back. I tell you what, I take that back because I do sometimes read Eric's posts.
I do too.
never read Jim
Eric,
Carlock
you
posts
are pretty
anymore. I'm
up
so
there.
tired.
I read them and try to make sure to respond to them,
But-
because he says some stuff which are wrong.
Yeah.
He's
Who? Wait, Carlock?
no.
Oh.
Eric is he's argued for a sales tax. You know.
I love car
It's
lot
just
arguments.
tiring, you know?
Cars are 12 cents a mile. I'm like, are you? What cars? I want to
Yeah.
know about these.
Yeah, even the IRS thinks it's more than that.
I know, I'm like-
Seriously,
I don't agree with the IRS, but I definitely do not agree with 12 cents a mile. That's
Shelley?
Disorganized loose association. What happened is, this is before I got involved, there were a few people that got together at one of those economic crisis roundtable meetings
Oh.
and said, this is as I hear, they said, we should totally have a transit riders union and deal with TriMet and what's going on. And this was about maybe, I want to say January, February, or about March or so of 2009, so earlier this year.
Yeah.
I actually got involved with them, I want to say about May or so, when it was Al Bradbury with SEIU made a post on Portland Transport and mentioned that, and she's actually moved on. But right now, as it currently stands, there's actually two groups of people right now that are calling themselves the Transit Riders Union.
Okay.
One group is, to be completely honest, just a group of people that want to get together to talk about, policy, strategy, and how to run a meeting. The other,
How to run a meeting. It is complicated.
Yeah. The other
bureaucracy.
group, the group that I'm actually involved with, we actually pretty much just have set times that we get together, which right now are 6 p.m. Wednesdays.
Okay.
And that's at the Chit Chat Cafe at Southwest 6th in the Hall.
And that is
Portland.
downtown.
And Al might freak out when he hears me say this, but that situation right there totally calls for a union. Because obviously, people need to organize around that because now here's my standard line.
Yeah.
The TriMet union, TriMet, and those other things obviously do not listen to the citizens of this city that own the damn system anymore. They're just like, la la la, we're doing whatever we're doing. Oh, we're gonna just whatever. And people are walking around going, why are they doing this? It doesn't make sense. I mean, well-educated, well-intentioned people, like Jim Howe, for instance, who I finally met today, was looking at stuff, and he's saying like, why did we put West where it is? Why did we do this or that? Or why did we build the mall? Why did we run down the east side? Like one of his ideas was to run down the east side. I mean, this guy obviously knows how transit should be operated.
Yeah.
And so many things are being operated in a completely non-functional way right now. Doesn't matter if it's bus, light rail, or whatever. It's just the overall system seems to kind of be frayed on the edges, and it's
That
messing
is a
people
bus
up.
out there.
And so, simply put, the citizenry should unionize and form some type of group to go push policy, an issue.
Yeah.
I've said, and I'm sure many other people, hell, I've heard Eric say it before, we have a transit system. It's okay. It could be, for the money we're paying, multitudes better.
Yes.
Not just a little bit, but multitudes better. And it boils down to simple core facets of the management messes it up, other things mess it up, whatever. The list is large, but it's not things that are impossible to fix. It's just I don't know. The only thing I can think of, usually to explain it simply, is the right people aren't in the right places to fix
See, there
most of
you
these
are.
damn things.
Actually recently talked to Sam Schwartz.
Oh,
at
wow.
ATU. Yeah. Yeah. We just stopped by there one day and asked if anybody was able to talk, wanted to talk to us about it, and or the Transit Riders Union. He came out and we talked about how, the main thing needs to be safety versus a lot of this other stuff that's going on and whatnot.